Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the moment you decide to take control of your life like never before. This is not just another speech or empty promise. This is your call to action, your blueprint for transformation. For the next few minutes, I want you to open your mind and your heart, because what I'm about to share has the power to change everything. You're about to embark on a journey that will challenge your limits, ignite your passion, and unlock a version of yourself you've only dreamed of. Are you ready to step into your power and transform your life in just 3 months? Let's begin. You can't hit a target you can't see. That's why clarity is the foundation of all transformation. If you're unclear about what you want, you'll drift. You'll react instead of create. Life will push you around because you haven't planted your flag. It's time to draw the line. This first week is not about doing more, it's about deciding more. Who do you want to become? What kind of life would light you up, not just make you comfortable, but make you come alive? This isn't about surface level goals like I want more money or I want to get in shape. That's weak. Dig deeper. What does the money represent? Freedom, security, power to give. What does being fit mean to you? Confidence, energy, self-respect. Your vision needs to shake you. It needs to pull you out of bed in the morning with fire in your chest. You don't need another to-do list, you need a reason that makes you unstoppable. Take time this week to sit in silence, away from the noise. Visualize the life you truly want, not the one you think you can get. The one you know in your soul you're meant for. Write it down, make it vivid. See the colors, feel the emotions, hear the sounds. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, but it follows the direction you give it. And once you have a vision burned into your mind, your focus sharpens, your actions align, and distractions lose their power. This is where transformation begins, with ruthless clarity, because once you decide who you are and what you're after, the world begins to move. Change doesn't come from occasional inspiration. It comes from consistent rituals. What you do daily defines your destiny. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your habits. Over the next few weeks, your mission is simple. Install rituals that align with the vision you created. If you want a transformed life, you need transformed routines. Start your mornings with intention. Don't wake up reacting to the world. Wake up commanding your state. Move your body as soon as you get up. Physiology changes psychology. Shift your breath, shift your movement, and you'll shift your mind. Next, prime your focus. What are you grateful for? What are you after today? Speak it out loud. Get emotionally connected to your outcomes. Then feed your mind, read, listen, learn. Growth isn't optional. It's the fuel of transformation. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant powerful thoughts, weeds will take over. Your rituals are your roots. If you want strength in your life, build strength into your routines. That means protecting your time, your energy, and your attention. It means turning off distractions, scheduling your priorities, and saying no to anything that doesn't serve your highest self. Even when you don't feel like it, especially then, you follow through, because repetition builds reputation, and the more you follow through on your promises to yourself, the more your identity shifts. You stop seeing yourself as someone trying to change and start seeing yourself as someone who doesn't quit. These next 3 weeks aren't about perfection. They are about consistency. You show up again and again, and over time, your rituals will shape your results. At this stage, your rituals are in motion, but now it's time to deal with the silent killer of progress, limiting beliefs. These are the invisible chains holding you back, the quiet thoughts that whisper you're not enough, it's too late, or you've always failed before. They live in your subconscious and drive your choices without you even realizing it. If you don't face them, they'll sabotage your success no matter how clear your vision is or how solid your routines are. The truth is, you're not held back by your potential, you're held back by your story, and if the story says you're broken, unlucky, or destined to stay stuck, your mind will find ways to prove it. That ends now. Start by identifying the beliefs that keep showing up when you hit resistance. Maybe it's fear of judgment, fear of failure, or the belief that success is for other people, not you. Catch it, then challenge it. Ask, is this even true? Who told you this? And more importantly, who would you be without that belief? Now rewrite it. Replace the lie with an empowering truth. I'm not capable. becomes I am learning and growing fast. I always mess up, becomes I adapt and get better every time. Say these new beliefs out loud, feel them in your body, speak them into your future until they become your new default. This is mental rewiring. This is emotional freedom. The more you act in alignment with your new beliefs, the more you reinforce them. Every step you take outside your comfort zone is a strike against the old story. Your brain starts to trust you. Your identity starts to shift. You stop seeing yourself as someone trying to change and start becoming the person who already has. This is where transformation gets deep, not just on the outside, but in your core. Because once you break free from limiting beliefs, you stop living from fear, and you start creating from power. Now that your mind is aligned and your beliefs are rewired, it's time to move. Not tiptoe leap, because clarity without action is just daydreaming. You don't need more time, more resources, or perfect conditions. You need to move with what you have. Momentum doesn't come from planning. It comes from doing. These next 3 weeks are about taking massive, intentional action that stretches your comfort zone and builds real, visible progress. Start with what matters most. Identify your highest impact actions, the ones that drive results, and make them non-negotiable. Don't drown in busyness. Focus on effectiveness. Execution beats perfection every time. Stop waiting to feel confident or motivated. Action is the antidote. The more you move, the more belief grows. Your job is to stack wins, no matter how small. One call, one workout, one page, one tough conversation. You build momentum by showing up when it's hard, especially when it's hard, because that's where breakthroughs live, right beyond resistance. Track your progress daily. See the gains, celebrate the effort, not just the outcome. This builds confidence and reinforces your identity as someone who takes action, not just someone who dreams when fear shows up. And it will. Don't back down. Fear is a signal that you're moving in the right direction. Run toward it, not away from it. You've already done the inner work. Now this is the proof. You're not the same person you were at the start. Every step you take now is shaping a new standard. Massive action isn't about chaos, it's about alignment. It's choosing every day to close the gap between who you are and who you're becoming. The results will follow, but the real reward is who you become in the process. You've pushed, stretched, and acted with purpose. Now it's time to step back, not to pause your progress, but to sharpen it. Reflection is where growth gets solidified. It's how you lock in the lessons and prepare for the next level. Look back at the past 10 weeks with honesty and precision. What worked? What created real momentum? Where did you struggle or hesitate? This isn't about judgment. It's about feedback. Growth demands truth, and truth sets you up for power. You can't improve what you don't evaluate. Your results will always reflect your patterns, so take time to identify them. Are your rituals still serving your vision? Are your actions aligned with your core priorities, or have distractions crept back in? Now adapt, upgrade. Success isn't static. It evolves with you. What got you here won't get you to the next level. That means some of your strategies will need refinement. Some of your thinking will need to expand. Some habits will need to be dropped and replaced with stronger ones. You're not starting over. You're building forward with wisdom and momentum. Set a new standard, not just in what you do, but in what you expect from yourself. If the last 90 days proved anything, it's that you have more in you. You've built resilience, focus, and clarity. Now it's time to raise the bar, revisit your vision and stretch it, go bolder, take your energy, your discipline, your belief, and pour it into a new commitment. Transformation doesn't end here, it accelerates here. These final 2 weeks are about reinforcing your identity and locking in your new normal. You don't shrink back after progress. You expand. You don't settle. You grow. You reflect to gain insight, you adapt to stay sharp, and you level up to keep becoming the person your future demands. And now, you've come full circle. What began as a decision, a spark inside your soul, has become a path of discipline, transformation, and unstoppable growth. You've faced your truth, broken your limits, taken action when it wasn't easy, and risen into a version of yourself that once felt out of reach. But here's the most powerful part. This isn't the end. It's the ignition point of a new identity, a new standard, a new life. You've proven that change is not only possible, it's within your control. You don't need to wait for permission. You don't need to be perfect. You simply need to be committed, and you've done that. Over the last 90 days, you haven't just changed routines. You've redefined what's possible for your future. The road ahead will still have challenges. But now you have the tools, you have the mindset, you have the fire, and most importantly, you have the proof that you can do hard things. You've laid a foundation that cannot be shaken, and from this place of strength, you'll build a life that reflects the power inside you. Thank you for choosing to rise. Thank you for showing up. For yourself, for your future, and for those who will one day be inspired by your journey. Keep going, keep growing. The best of you is still unfolding. You are the miracle. You are the breakthrough. You are just getting started.